Holy shit. That tribal council was absolutely insane. Dad, thank you so much. You were looking out for me there. Holy crap. I was squeezing this thing as hard as I could for that whole like hour or two or however long we were there. That was insane. That whole round of, okay, so we're at the merge. We just had our first vote of the merge. It ended up being a surprise double. And that whole round of strategy was just crazy because like, so I want to work with Alan, Culp, Troy, and me. Like that's definitely a 4 that I'm interested in, but I also want to work with Rachel. I'm starting to like James a lot. I like that guy a lot. But Sandra came to me and Sandra wants to vote out. Sandra came to me last round wanting to vote out Alan and Culp, and she was saying that Sandra, Angela, Taylor, John V, and Jordan, and then me and Troy, we're all gonna vote against like the Alan and Culp contingency or whatever. I didn't really want to do that, but it seemed she was pushing pretty hard and it seemed like things were leaning that way. But then after I left that conversation, I heard that my name was being floated around, and then I talked to Taylor, who was supposed to be in on that vote, and she was saying that no, that's not what's happening. Actually, we're all voting Zach because James wants Zach out. And I was like, where does Zach come from? And then like people started saying that John V is actually the one going home. And so at that point, my head was spinning because I was hearing so many different names, and Jordan told me that my name was out there. And so I started getting the impression, usually when people aren't giving you a consistent name, that's a pretty big red flag. That means you are the name and they're floundering on what they can't remember what they're supposed to be telling you. But now we're moving forward. We still got to see who's going to win immunity. I'm lockstep with Troy, definitely working with Troy. Gonna try to work with Rachel really big, and I love James now. James is my guy. He had my back there. I'm gonna go up there, I'm gonna try to develop a really good relationship with him. And if I can if at the final 6 is some formation of Casey, Troy, Rachel, and James, I'm gonna feel pretty good about things. And that's where I'm going right now.
Okay, that was a crazy ass tribal. My name was on the second one, which was quite a surprise. I think I might have like flipped a little bit when I was asking people like who voted, and I had to like reel it back in because I didn't want somebody thinking that I'm gonna like go after them or anything like that. I just wanted to make sure that everybody was good with everything, and that whoever voted for me, could have been Zach, who was already out, could have been somebody else who might be lying. But it did get me a little bit nervous, as you know, maybe my name is starting to circulate. And also with Zach and John being gone, I was very tight with John. That was a blind side. I did hear his name circulating. I did let him know, but I didn't know that he would have been the vote. I think it was tricky because it was the 2 votes, and people, they just made a decision, which sucks a lot because he's a very loyal player, and I don't think that he necessarily gets his fair shake when it comes to these LRGs. But I am happy to still be here. I hope to make it to the final 6. I have an immunity idol, by the way, and so I'm trying to hold on to this as long as possible. So that's why when I heard my name, I'm like, they just don't know. I could flip shit around real quick. Don't play with me, but I'm gonna keep it calm for now. I've been low-key, quiet, just listening to conversations, and that's kind of the game that I've been playing.
Well, that sucked. We had no idea what was going on, because it was just crazy. So many names were out there. They were throwing Casey's name out. I really don't have anything with Casey, but I also don't want him to go. So we kind of, I don't even remember I may have thrown on Zach's name. It was me or Angela to get the ball rolling on Zach, because he can win challenges, and he really wasn't anyone we were working with, and it got the heat off of Casey. But that double vote, that was awful, because I literally swore to John on the way to Tribal that I hadn't heard his name, and I did not hear his name once. And then all of a sudden, on the way to Tribal, Rachel turns to me and says, "We're voting John, right?" And I said, "What? No, we're voting Zach." So I had no idea. So yeah, this whole tribe is a shit show. I found out Alan has been telling me the truth the whole time, and Taylor has the idol. So Taylor's been the one lying, and that's been confirmed. So yeah, I apologized to Alan, and so now it kind of like switches things, because now I believe Alan. So yeah, it's, the game is like this game is constantly changing. This is a game that, it's crazy. Like, it's not two tribes merging and then it's divided. Like, you honestly can't tell who's working with who. I have no idea who's working with who. I can see the doubles and the duos, but as far as broad alliances, no idea.
Wow. What a tribal. Thank you, Survivor God. Thank you. The first vote, you know, Colt really wanted to do Zach. I also really wanted to do Zach and kind of wanted to do him the round before, and then he lied to my face, so I was happy to do that. So as soon as it's somebody that I'm working with is pitching a name, I'm going to go ahead and pitch that name with like the cosign of, well, Colt wants to do this, Colt wants to do this, let's do that. I feel bad, you know, he was upset on his way out, but like, build a bridge and get over it. Just like I did when you lied to my face. These next votes, though, are going to be so hard because I love the people that I've met here, and I really love Alan. I really love Alan. But I know Angela wants to get him out, and I really don't want to get him out right now because I don't think he's after me at all. I think he would defend me in circles where I'm not.
I am perceptive enough to know what people are thinking and talking about prior to all of this scramble. Was it decided that Zach was going to go for that first one? Yes. Keep that man nice and cushy. Continue to tell him we've got that strong five that we started the game with. My only hope was that he went into that tribal as happy and as confident as humanly possible. I'm sorry, buddy, but that was just how it had to go. Now, the second vote was a little more challenging, simply because it was on the fly, but not as difficult as I thought it would be. And the reason being was, before we went to tribal, John V got really, I don't want to say paranoid, but accusatory that perhaps Alan and I had a turf war with Angela and Sandra. I copped a vote, Alan copped a vote, Sandra copped a vote, Jordan copped a vote. It's never good to see your name written down, but I think the underlying fear there is somebody is thinking I'm a bad time in their life right now.
Having that necklace around my neck for that back-to-back thing was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Not that I think my name would have been out there, but it was good to not be stressed, because I know my anxiety would be going absolutely crazy if I had to sit there and play with the dirt and the rocks and think about myself going home. I know Taylor took the John vote hard, and I don't blame her whatsoever. I mean, I didn't want to vote John. I've been sticking my neck out for him early in the game, and that sucked, but kind of confirms that she has the idol. I'm kind of like wondering why she hasn't told me, but because that's why John was like, can we talk? Kind of confirms it, kind of clears Alan. I want to work so good with Alan right now, but I'm trying to figure out, because we're working with different people, we're trying to figure out how to make it work. I'm feeling good with everybody. I mean, a lot of people know that I'm good with them. I'm gonna have to start to make lines in the sand of my own game, which sucks, but things have to be done.
So that last tribal was friggin' nuts. As we were talking, I was sitting next to John V, and he hands me his key because he thought it was about to get stolen from Sandra. So I feel bad that John V went out because he didn't even have a chance to use his key, but now I have two keys. So I feel better, but still feel crappy because I like John. And you know, that was just chaotic. Like, what are we doing, voting a second time? I am not telling the truth. I am telling people I voted John V. I didn't. I voted Jordan, not because I thought Jordan was going to go home, but I wanted to stir a little chaos, and I wanted to see how she was going to react and who she was going to blame, because I couldn't fully get a sense of who she was working with. And so my theory is that she would blame the people she wasn't working with and that she was scared of. And more or less that happened. She didn't name names, but you could see the way she was pointing and directing, so great. The fallout of John V going has been great for my alliance, but now these two tribes of 5, where it's Taylor who won immunity, Rachel, James, Sandra, and myself. James and Rachel are targeting each other. Sandra wants Rachel. I kind of want Rachel. Taylor definitely doesn't want Rachel, wants Sandra. And just like the rest of this game, I'm kind of in the middle playing back and forth. This is going to bite me at some point. I just need to figure out who to cut quickly before it bites me. But I'm starting to feel in a very precarious position. I'm loving it, and I'm freaking the hell out.
All right. First things first, I'm gonna take that back.
Yeah.
All right. Obviously, you can see that I'm wearing some new hardware. I'm gonna add this to it. So there are 2 pieces of hardware. The way this is gonna work is we're gonna divide you up into 2, we'll call it teams/tribes of 5. We will do a timed challenge with these. It's pretty straightforward. There's gonna be a ball. We'll start off with, let's see, we'll start off right here. Okay, then we'll go to here, so that you're just about, there, and then obviously here. And then if we get here for a certain period of time, we'll go to 1 leg. And we'll stay on that until people get tired.
No.
The caveat to all this, obviously, is there are 2 immunity necklaces here. So, 2 people will be safe. However, you'll be going to tribal council as a group of 5 and a group of 5. Okay. It'll be one, then
So
the
there's
other.
2 tribal councils.
Correct.
Okay.
5 and 5. Okay? So you'll be limited in your numbers. So the way we're going to do this is divide up by cards again. Okay?
Oh, I took 2.
Two.
I was gonna say, I don't have one.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, diamonds. Whoever's a diamond, step forward. Okay, you're our first group of 5. All right.
Hello, second group. Hello, second.
Head over and grab your devices. All right, are we ready? 3, 2, 1, go. We're at our first level. Rachel out. Troy very steady. Stay steady. Sandra on the edge, but somewhat steady. She's resorting it. James hasn't moved in hands. He's now starting to move a little as he took a breath. Saves it. Saves it, and it's off. Please don't wreck it. We are 30 seconds in. At 1 minute, we will reset and go to the second level. Sandra has a lot of movement. She might be able to get herself to the 1 minute mark. Tay and Troy have not moved since they started this. Very still and steady. Now Sandra has found a nice spot. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You grab your ball. Nice job. Take a deep breath. Get situated. We'll do a 3, 2, 1. When I look like you're ready. 3, 2, 1. We are on.
Why not?
And all right. That was quick. Tay, you win. Very steady, Tay. Very steady. May I have the balls, please?
Good job.
Yep.
Congrats. I don't know.
Everybody looks like they're situated. So 3, 2, 1. This challenge is on. Starting point is the hardest part. Once you get settled in, it lasts. One focuses himself, poses it, gets steadied it a little bit. Everybody very still on this one. Wow. We're approaching the 30-second mark. At the 1 minute mark is when we will reset. Very good job, everybody. We are 30 seconds in. Very nice job. Alan saves it. Very close to losing it, but he's got it. Culp is out. 15 seconds. Alan's just trying to get himself to the next round. Jordan saves it, she's turning, she saves it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reset. Wow.
Oh, that was bananas. Out of the corner of my eye. Shit.
All right, yeah, the next stage level there. We are reset. This is gonna get tougher now. I see everybody's balls on top, their hands are on. We're gonna do a 3, 2, 1. We are at 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Go. You're taking yourself out. That was a quick one. Jordana's out. It's down to Alan. KC. KC saves it. KC's out.
Alan, I almost got you.
All right, Alan. There you go. Congratulations. All right, everybody. Obviously, there's a lot of strategizing to do now. We have 2 different groups. We will call you up.
So I'm in a group of 5, me, Sandra, James, Troy, and Rachel, which is pretty bad because they're all people that I have connections with, and I know everyone's been saying that the whole game, they have connections, whatever. So this is gonna upset someone no matter where I vote, which sucks. James and Rachel both have an extra vote. So James and Rachel are also going for each other. I am trying to see if I can somehow spin it onto Sandra this round, unfortunately, because she's being a little messy. And she doesn't have proof that I have an idol, but she's heard from Alan, who needs to stop fucking telling people that. But I think her telling everyone that everyone has an idol, like, she's just been too messy and chaotic. I think that I'm trying to spin it on her this round, so hopefully this necklace got me enough power to do that. But then, yeah, these extra votes are definitely scary, but I'm gonna try to use this round to control that, because I did have a talk with Angela prior to this round about working towards getting Alan and Sandra out fairly next. So if I can do that right now, that would be really beneficial for my game.
And what about John leaving the game? How do you feel about that?
So I already just cried in front of everyone a lot, which is not something I do at LRGs a lot, so that was rough. I feel so bad. I truly thought that I had been hearing Alan's name enough that he would be getting votes. And I know I told John I would give him the idol if he needed it, and I didn't give it to him. So, gosh, I feel really fucking bad. And everyone knows I've been crying so much, but they don't know that I really feel so fucking bad because of the idol. They're like, well, you couldn't have really done anything, blah, 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 blah. I could have. And I just feel really bad about that. So I don't think I have any tears left right now. Glad it wasn't on camera, but I gotta still try to do as best as I can moving forward. I feel like I'm being pulled in 20 different directions at the moment, so I really need to like figure out who's my core group, because I can see a lot of different possible avenues moving forward. I just have to solidify one.
How are you 5 doing? Every time I look at you, I'm trying to figure out with these people, with these 2 and these 3. Sandra, what's going through your head right now?
Yeah, I literally just said that to Mark, I think, in my confessional. I'm like, the thing about this season is it's so much fun, and it's probably the hardest game I've ever played, because a lot of times when you play a game, you have merge, and then you can see like, okay, this tribe's gonna stick together, this tribe's gonna stick together, and there's usually a an alliance amongst the initial tribes, or you could see the alliance. I can't tell who's working with anybody. I really can't. You can kind of see a couple duos and stuff, but as far as like core alliances or tribe alliances, pre-merge alliances, I really don't think there's anything etched in stone with anybody.
It is part of the shakeup. The shakeup is to keep you on your toes.
Definitely.
To give everybody a feel for different elements of the game that all these other games kind of twist and wind and do, and give everybody that moment to try something different, try something new. Maybe step out on a limb and just say, you know what, I've never done this before, I've got an opportunity, I want to take it. Breaking them up into these little groups. Now you got a group of 5. You don't have to sit here and worry about what are the other 5 doing. Now you've got just this core little group, and you've made some good relationships with the other 5. This could benefit you, or it possibly couldn't. Tay, obviously, you are in a really good spot right now.
How much do you think you needed that?
Yeah.
Mucho.
Mucho.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I needed it. Let me see. Yeah, this is a tough group because it's so small, and like she said, we've all had turns working with each other, different rounds. I don't remember who I worked with what round, it's switched too much, but yeah, this is definitely a really tough vote, so I'm very happy to have this.
Okay.
Rachel, how nervous are you with this 5-something?
I mean, expect the unexpected. I know that's the wrong show, but that's what I'm kind of trying to tell myself. Obviously, as someone who had that last round, I was able to breathe a little. Now the heart's coming back down to the ass, and I guess I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do. I don't know.
James, did your thought process change when you realized it was this group of 5 that was coming to tribal council, or do you think you were staying the course with what you were thinking before that happened?
I mean, I wasn't really thinking about who I was going to vote next before we split, so I would say obviously it changed because once we split into, obviously the voting window is smaller, a smaller group of people. But I wasn't even really thinking about the next vote. I just kind of, again, I'm a more round by round player, get through the round to be able to play the next round.
I mean, at this point, Troy is the only person we haven't heard from, so.
I know, I kind of want to hear from you. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Troy.
Just a big smile. Troy, what were your thoughts going into this? Did you focus more on the group that you were coming with, or did you break away and talk to the group that you weren't coming with?
I focus on this group. This is what's most important.
Okay.
Right? I mean,
yeah.
I don't really have any control or any. Yeah, I don't have any control in the other group. These are the people I needed to be talking to, and figuring out what was the direction we needed to go.
Okay. And did that happen sort of at camp too? Like, did the other group kind of just stick to themselves, and you both divided into groups of 5?
Yeah.
How quickly that happened. With
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody kind of taking the bull by the horns on the situation that was presented to them and said, we're not going to waste our time with anything else. We're going to get to,
Short-term goals.
Yep, short-term goals.
We started talking, we realized that we probably weren't going to have a lot of time. So during the second round, we started talking.
Good.
I'm glad we did.
Anybody have anything else you want to pipe in with? Because we can vote now. What's that?
What's that?
I said just vote, just vote.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
well,
let's do it.
before that.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy.
All right. You like? If it says to.
The stolen voice. The elders grant you a power to claim another's voice as your own. This advantage allows you to steal the vote of another player at tribal council. That player will not cast a vote, and you instead cast 2 votes. You must play this advantage at tribal council before voting begins by naming the player whose vote you steal.
Okay.
I love you so much, but I gotta take a vote, Rach.
So you're stealing Rachel's vote. Rachel, you will not vote.
And you will get 2 votes.
Okay.
All right.
Let's begin the voting.
This is a tough one because I love this person. And I told this person that I was not going to vote for them, but that was at the beginning. And things changed rapidly. Thank you for that, Angelica.
So The vote I thought I was going to do coming in here changed. I knew James was going to steal Rachel's vote. She had lied to me saying that she had an extra vote. Apparently she doesn't. Maybe she does. But I also saw Taylor hand off something to Rachel. I'm thinking it's the idol that everyone thinks that Taylor has. So, in order to keep no blood on my hands, I have to vote Sandra because I do not want to piss off Taylor and I don't want to piss off Rachel, even though I was planning on voting Rachel out.
I need to do math out loud, so pause for a second. I know James stole Rachel's vote, so that's going to be 2 on her. Sandra, I think, is voting for James. Troy, God, I have to put my trust in Troy. He should be voting Sandra. And I have Rachel's extra vote. So, I would like to turn this in for an extra vote.
Rachel, as I said before, our games were starting to intersect and go forward, and then you fucked me. So now they're split apart. Although I did see some paper swapping after I played this, and I'm concerned that Ashley gave Rachel her takeaway 2 votes, and then Rachel gave that to Taylor. So I'm going to ask about passing things, but this might not work. But I hope it does.
Anything else that's been presented in this game, now would be the time to do so. Consider the first vote. I have a chance. Okay. First vote. Rachel. Next vote. Sandra. Next vote. Rachel. Next vote. Sandra. We're 2-2. Next vote. Rachel. Right now, if I do the math, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 votes. We have 1 more vote. Sandra. Puts us at a tie, which would be 6 votes.
Not the tie, guys.
So, we would go to a revote. You guys won't vote? The 3 of you.
I wanted to vote you the first time. You say you're loyal to me, or to our alliance. I'm not buying it 100%. Plus, I know how close you are with Taylor. And I think Sandra is going to be more loyal to me now more than ever.
I thought Sandra was gonna vote for James, so that kind of ruined that whole thing. Yeah, I don't know. James lied to me, so I'm pissed about that. Troy, if he doesn't vote Sandra this time around, then yeah, my back is against the wall, and I'm really about to come for a lot of these people.
Rachel. Next vote. Sandra. Next vote. Rachel. Next vote. Rachel, that's 2.
Oh, I lost count. I'm like, and?
There's only 3 people voting.
I know.
Rachel,
Well, that's fine.
bring me your torch.
I'd love to know why, but that can be a later conversation. Yeah, I want hugs from everybody.
Yeah.
Rachel, before you do this,
Oh, you're gonna do the.
you have one opportunity. Try a key
I
or
don't have a
multiple.
key.
You have no keys.
And I'm gonna say why. And you guys are gonna understand, and it doesn't matter, but I gave Colt my key in exchange partially for the idol.
Oh.
So, do with that information what you will, but I am keyless. I do have a shot in the dark if I could plug that in, but...
Oh, no, Plinko's gone. All right, well, bring us your torch.
Bring your torch and then we'll...
Say your goodbyes.
Oh, okay. I'll go down there. I love you. All good.
I love you. I'm so sorry. I know you're mad at me.
I'm mad at you.
I know you are.
Yeah,
And you have every right to be. You
smile,
have every right to
Troy.
be. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm not. I didn't do shit. I love you.
Well, you're sorry.
I am sorry, and I look
That's
forward to
okay.
this in the future.
I'm just happy I got to come out here in the first
Is
place.
this you, honey?
You did awesome.
Yes. And
You did
just
awesome.
me playing an All-Stars game, never could have imagined.
You did so good.
Why?
So,
You're such an
Grab your
outsider.
torch, get off the field.
okay. The only fun fact, the last time I had my torch stuff in the other game I played, it was done by Bob Crowley. So
Yes, truth. I was there.
Tribe has spoken. Thanks, Rachel.
Brian will have to do.
I'll take your torch. You can join the jury over here. Welcome to the jury.
Surprisingly not super upset. Usually I cry before and after. It sucks to get out this early in the merge. I knew Taylor had me back. That was a no-brainer. Figured James would be okay voting me. The other two, I thought I'd have them. You duped me, I guess, but really shitty move. But there's definitely a clear amount of people working together that doesn't involve me. I'm still honestly trying to process it. It was just, I don't know. I felt really not talked to the last part of the strategy time. I'm proud of the game I played. I played a lot more nitty-gritty than I thought I was going to. But I guess people thought that I was working with everyone. So essentially I was, to an extent. I feel like I took it round by round, and this round, fate screwed me again in this game, putting me with people who ended up turning on me. So that's really unfortunate, but I'm still trying to process it, and I'm glad I'm on the jury and on the merge, and that's, for an All-Stars game I never thought I would ever be playing. That's good.
All right. Obviously, you can see over here, maybe possibly, Rachel is the next person of the jury. It was an interesting series of events, but we'll get into this. So, obviously, the little breakaways probably were just confined to just the five of you, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were those like?
Fast.
Okay.
Do you think you were able to speak your voice adequately?
I
within
think
that
so.
timeframe? Yeah.
I think in such small numbers, for whatever reason, it opens up so many more possibilities because you start getting real creative with not just where your head's at, where other people's heads are at, and then you really start to get into what we talked about earlier, which is that end game scenario and that later down the line feeling of what am I going to feel 2 or 3 votes from now? Like it almost becomes an out-of-body experience where you can't focus on the now because you're straddling the future too.
Casey, what percentage of your brain power right now is devoted to beyond this tribal council?
Beyond this tribal council percentage, I'd probably say like 35%. My brain power is pretty low right now. But it is important to think about the future, but this vote is weird because we're at the final 10, but we're forced to play a final 5 round. And that's something that I wasn't quite expecting. And I mean, it was already hard before because you genuinely like everyone. I mean, I've played games where I've struggled with some of my castmates, I'm not gonna lie, but this is not one of those games. And so it is getting to that point now where it's like, holy crap, I actually do have to vote out someone that I like. And I think other people are probably, if I'm on the docket, I think people would probably be saying the same thing about me. So
+1 there. Because
Yeah.
It's
I think
it's just
everybody's agreeing here.
It's a phenomenal group of people that you just want to continue to learn more about, and even the folks you do know, you want to learn more and more. And I was telling them, you might see these people once every 2 years, and then all of a sudden you're picking right back up where you left off, and it's an experience that's you can't imitate elsewhere.
Yeah, so like thinking about future rounds, like I know you need to do that and it's important to set yourself up in this game, but I'm an emotional guy. Like there's no ifs and or buts about that, and there is definitely a part like of my percentage of brain power that I have access to that's actually lamenting, quite frankly.
Okay.
And it might be lamenting for myself. But so I try to think of the future, but I also recognize the importance of staying present and being respectful of who's leaving now.
Okay. A lot of respect, mutual respect, it sounds like. I mean, I think everybody shares the same sentiment. We've been talking about that quite a bit here. It's a great group of people, and I think everybody does respect each other. And I think now that you're creating these bonds within the game, it builds even more layers to that and more emotions to it. They don't get easier as they go forward. We all know that. You're limited now to just the 5 of you, which obviously has a huge weight on the rest of the game and possibly your individual game, depending on, who went home over here on our shoulder here or who you're sending home now. Obviously, Alan, you're in a great spot. Did you feel that you needed that at this moment?
I feel like in a game where we're all considered all-stars, we all feel like we need it in every single moment. Especially knowing that we were breaking off into 2 groups of 5 and voting in those groups. I feel like this immunity means a little bit more. Well, I'm not just making it through one technical round, I'm making it through from 10 to 8. 2 people are going home and I'm not one of them. That to me is invaluable in this game, and I'm very, very grateful to be wearing this right now. And to be able to strategize the way that I did for the last round.
Okay.
Is there anybody that would feel safer if they were part of that other group? Angela?
Nope.
Jordan?
Possibly.
Okay. Want to elaborate on that?
I just think that on the other side, I have stronger bonds, but I think that I'm also forming stronger bonds here as well. So I can only go with what people are telling me.
Sure.
And hopefully they follow through,
Angela, you nodded your head yes. Was that just an agreement to what she's saying? You believe she's saying that, or you feel the same way? That you also feel?
It's really hard. I said at the last tribal too, like it's been such a mixed up type of game with a good amount of time to spend with everybody. So I didn't really look at the other people and say, oh, I would have felt better over there. I just looked at the 5 that I was with. And there's 5 people here, but there's only 4 options. So there's no room to hide. And so the conversations were like quick and to the point. And
okay.
Well, if the conversations were quick and to the point,
Maybe we should be
make
quick
the
to the
vote
point.
quick and to the point.
I think we should.
Perfect.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay. Okay. I don't feel the greatest about this vote. Even though this person did blindside me in our season together, I think that we were able to rebuild a relationship and friendship. I have to think long game, and you're a big threat, and I think that when it comes down to it, you play a shaky game sometimes, and so this is my chance to make a big move and get out a big player. I'm going to do so.
This one definitely sucks. It's getting to that point where I really like everyone and I've bonded with everyone. But unfortunately we're playing Survivor. someone must go, and I definitely don't want it to be me.
Alright. Nothing funny. No jokes. Didn't like it the first time it happened. That was my fault. I guess this one's also my fault. You're amazing. It has been a privilege getting to play so many games with you over the last 2 years. Because this was your first game. I have seen you play a lot. I hope this is not your last.
Anybody has any advantages, titles, or anything else in this game that give them if they'd like to play? Now would be the time to do so. That's it. The votes. First vote. Jordan. Next vote. Colt. Next vote. Jordan. Next vote. Jordan, that's 3. Obviously more than
Good game, Jordan.
Jordan, you have one more piece of business, potentially. You have a key. You do have your attempt on the box. If you'd like to bring this for a little extra light, you can. It's a no-go. For a minute there, I thought she had that.
Great game, Jordan.
Great game.
Great game, Jordan.
All right, Jordan. You're now a member of the jury.
Y'all can kiss my ass, by the way.
I'm the one who count the vote.
All right, head back to camp. Get ready for your next challenge.
How you feeling? What's going on?
I feel very blindsided, and I should have known that when it comes to Colt, never trust that man. I feel blindsided in a way because I had an immunity idol that I did not play stupidly. I was going to keep it for the next few rounds to ensure that I would get in the top 6. But, you know, it is what it is. I met a lot of good people and some sucky ones, so it was a fun game, I would say that.